Good morning from Fort Clark Springs on a Thursday morning, October the 16th at 5:50 a.m. Temperature outside is 64 degrees. Muy bueno. Is it clear or cloudy? It looks like it's partly cloudy, but the sun usually burns it all off by about 9 a.m. and it becomes clear and it gets up to about 88. But anyway, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Make it a good one. It's the day after yesterday, day before tomorrow. It's right now, and right now went poof, gone. Anyway, what else? Never worry about what you cannot change. Believe me, there's a lot of that going on. You realize that over half of the internet traffic is bots. In other words, like robots, mostly bad things, that are trying to get you to do stuff you don't want to do or get in your head or put out a bunch of misinformation. God, what a world we live in. But be that as it may, it's the only one we've got. But anyway, what else? Oh yeah, Ralph P. Oh, for your viewing pleasure today? Oh, you got a biggie today. Oh, I mean a big O, you know what I mean? Uh, yeah. Remember Ralph Cramden? Yeah, the Honeymooners, the old TV series. He'd always say, "One of these days, Alice, pow to the moon." Yeah, They took that off of that. See, that wasn't politically correct. Anyway, what else? Uh, Ralph P says, "Thanks for the tumblebug ride along, Rusty. Easy does it. Oh, easy does it. I used to know a girl named Easy." Dale Pointer says, "I've been watching for years from your first gravel road video, your rusty mailbox of wisdom and roaming wildlife compound just behind the fence of your covered RV. You are without a question the master of a second and third life of inspiration for people young and old to follow their dream of independence and change. Though you may think differently, I, oh, life is short, sir, but with wisdom and creativity, it can be long and incredible journey of reflection. You did it from Texas to China, Hawaii, and the sands of New Mexico. You touched the essence of life." Well, I've done a few things, but anyway, no, thank you very much, Dale, the poet. How are you doing, Dale? But anyway, thank you. This is Oshjay. Oh, geez, the dir always runs out of chicken strips. Oh, that was on Red River, New Mexico brunch. I don't know what I had there. Gary Holtz, great first video on the tumblebug. Yeah, it was. I was surprised. It wasn't shaky, and there was no hardly any wind noise. Yeah, I was very pleased with that. Some people didn't like it, but that's life. Gary Holtz, thumbs up to you. Also, for your information, I've got a scooter now, and I'm thinking about upgrading. And I was looking at options. What else could I do? And I found something. They're called electric rollerblades, and like rollerblades, like roller skate things. But these are rollerblades, and you charge them up, and you can go like 16 miles on rollerblades. Would I? I don't know. Rollerblades. Okay. Yeah, we have done that. What do you got? JW says, "You're just scooting along and enjoying life. Good for you." Yeah, it's okay. I got my mirror yesterday, and so I'll take another drive here to check out my mirror today, and I'll do another video. But I'm not going to bury you in them because they're not all that exciting for sure. But anyway, WP Wood, one question: will a Class C fit under the carport at Old Thorny's? Yeah, yeah, the old place over by near Kingston. Yeah, Class C will fit under there. Sure will. I mean, it'll be close. It depends on the Class C you get, so you might want to measure it. But yeah, and you might be able to buy that place pretty cheap. I'm not talking about cheap, but you might be able to buy it. WP Wood, when you go to Marble Falls, do a video of Old Thorny and the new HEB. They're the best. Yeah, well, I'll probably go over to the old Kingsland place off Park Road 4 for sure while I'm there because I'll be there for a month. Yeah, we'll go over and check out Thorny and all that stuff. The Haley Way Life, beautiful spot. The world needs more of this kind of peace and freedom. Definitely adding this place to the bucket list. Where exactly is it near Ruidoso? Uh, oh, that place there, that boondocking site, that is out by. You got to go over towards Rob Jagger's campground and turn right off that road. Yeah, you'll find it. Yeah, it's near Rob Jagger's. There's some BLM camping. Go check it out. Yeah, you'll like it. It's a pretty place. Roadside camper, cool looking ride. Yeah, the scooter. Old Tumblebug, Tumble and Tumblebug. J Joy seems to be very enjoyable to ride the neighborhood. Yeah, it is, especially when you get into the state parks and such. Yeah, well, the reason I got it was to use at state parks and RV parks and places if I go there. D. Anderson, if you're thinking you have to sand to prospect with the tumblebug, try being you standing guard at the door of your mind, drink plenty of water, swimming. If you make it a week, you might just have what it takes. Well, I've made it 80 years. I guess I do. Anyway, this is Nomad Hoss. Are you Rusty Cooper? No. Stephen Greco, Tumblebug Man, LOL, 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 lol. Rick Clark, I'm almost 65 that you're do I'm almost 65 that you're doing a better job than I could. Well, I don't know about that, Rick. Enjoy your life, Rick. Rick Clark, Samoan Man. The riding video came out great. That's a pretty fast scooter, and you did well avoiding road obstacles. If the road gets too bumpy, you can always shift into two-wheel drive, right? What? Two-wheel drive? No, it's rear-wheel drive. The Life and Times of Crazy Patrick. I think it's great. Video and sound are great. Watching the video feels like I'm riding a scooter. Yeah, you are. You're there with me. We're doing it. Yeah. This is Carl something. Looking good? Yeah, on the tumblebug. The tumble and tumblebug. Anyway, Life and Times of Crazy Patrick again. You know, Rusty, if we wore a helmet riding our bikes when we were kids, we would have had our butts kicked by some bully. We are still here without helmets. Yeah, we got into an era of protection. You had to and then we also got into an era of giving kids all kind of awards. Even though if they came in last place, they still got a trophy. And that didn't happen when I was growing up. You didn't come in first place, you didn't get poo-poo. And also you didn't graduate from kindergarten. They didn't have graduation ceremonies or elementary school or whatever. You graduated from high school and that was it. The Life and Times of Crazy Patrick again. Hey, Rusty, I think the scooter would be great fun. I'm 70 and I would get one if I could afford it. I think everyone that's telling you to get a helmet should buy you. I don't want a helmet. If they buy me one, I just throw it in the trash. Anyway, okay, Jammer, great idea. No, it's not expensive. The scooter was $350, and I probably added $50 worth of stuff, so it's $400. John Parker, watching your video reminds me of someone driving and drinking. It does. Huh? How do you know that? Just having fun. Yeah, good for you, John. John. Robert Mudrake. I had a moped when I was in my early 30s. I could ride to my shop about 20 miles away at 15 miles per hour, faster than driving my van due to traffic. I loved it. Yeah, well, you can cut. Yeah, you see a lot of guys on scooters and stuff cutting through traffic. That's not me, I guarantee you. Wandering Kentuckian looks like a nice way to get around the fort, and you seem to be mastering it. Yeah. Well, I live in a very unique area. First of all, it's rural Texas, and this is a small community here, very small, 500 people, maybe 800, I'm not sure. And so there's very little traffic. There's just not much happening here. And so, yeah. But anyway, Dale Jablonski, like that name, Tumblebug. Yeah, it's a catchy name. Dogman Chronicles, check his channel out on YouTube. Well, now that looks like a bunch of fun. Thanks for the ride along, Rusty. Well, you're very welcome. Tyler of Texas, glad to see Scoot Man scooteth without a tumblebug encounter. That's a fact. A factoid. Thank you, Tyler of Texas. That was very well thought out. Sheridan Gay, Did you register Tumblebug or just make it street legal with a caution sign on the scooter? Well, actually, we don't worry about street legal here. I mean, I live in rural Texas. Okay, you know, there's no, they don't care if you ride a damn scooter around here. They got more problems. They got more things to worry about than people on scooters. You know, so no, it's a non-issue. I didn't register it, and you don't do anything to make it street legal. You just, to make it street legal, you get out there and ride it. Keystone ski guy, wear a helmet. No. Sir Bowden, brother, I'm not sure if most of the people I meet are playing with a full deck. Overstimulation and fear mongering has taken its toll. Yeah, I guess, you know, things, I don't know. I keep saying, well, things are always changing. Things have always changed. You know, are the changes now any different than they were 5,000 years ago? Who knows? You know, we just happen to be here today. That's all. That's the only difference. We're here, you know, and we think. You know, Tracy Phillips, hi Rusty, nice and clear, great audio. Ramp is pretty nifty, looks like fun. Yeah, the ramp worked out really well. You know, that was like a $30 pet ramp made out of plastic, and no, it's really lightweight, weighs about 10 pounds. And yeah, all the other ones were expensive, and they were made out of metal, and they were much more expensive and much heavier. Yeah, Alfer, thumbs up to you. But anyway, guys, we'll do three more here. This is KTUR, K Turnington, I guess. Sound good, visually not so much. I can only see the road in front of you. Well, what do you want to do? I mean, never mind. Please try to record the other way. I'll do what I do. Thank you very much for your tip. Alvin Masso, thanks for sharing. Have fun with it. I am. I'm having fun just having fun. Oh, here we go. Hellcat Granny, speedy. Vertical is fine. Looks like a fun way to travel. Standing up without walking. Well, you don't have to stand up. I've got a seat. It's a scooter with a seat. Maybe good to help improve balance and core strength, as they say. Progress, not perfection. Yeah, no, I agree, and all of that's true. Except I was sitting down. Here's one here. Gene Sullivan, looks good. Video and audio. Definitely going to be a long learning curve riding on that, especially with the small tires. Yeah. Well, wait till I get the rollerblades, the electric rollerblades. You're going to be very impressed. But anyway, guys, from Fort Clark Springs, Texas, on a Thursday, October the 16th, 2025 at 6:03 a.m. Thumbs up. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll keep you hydrated and help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and all that stuff. And then what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out slowly. Relieve stress. Lowers your blood pressure. Do that several times a day. And then stretch, swivel, walk, pedal, exercise your body once or twice every single day. You'll feel better immediately, and you may live longer, healthier because of that one thing. And then stand guard at the door of your mind. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. At ease, carry on. Adios, bye-bye, hasta luego, vaya con Dios, aloha, until the next video. And on we go, guys. Adios, amigos. Hasta luego. Sambano.